Now, before you get to that destination, you're traveling for vacation, visiting friends, or the holidays, you're going to want to think about how do you recreate that sleep environment and what do you need to pack? That's what we're talking about today in today's episode. In our most sleep-deprived moments, our children will teach us exactly what we need in order to learn and grow into who we were created to be. These are the loving lessons we will learn whether we were wanting to or not. I'm Irene Googe, your sleep coach, and I'm on mission to educate parents on how to help their young children sleep. Welcome to the journey. So I'm coming to you today as a seasoned mom that does some traveling for lacrosse now. And a couple things that I want to share with you are how we can pack and make it simple when we travel. Something I didn't know when my guys were little. But the other thing is, how do we also create that sleep environment on the go? So those are the things we're going to dive into today. And, I want to bring up a couple key questions for you to think about as you prepare to travel. Think about, where are you staying? What are the sleep arrangements? What does that look like? And what things do you really need to bring with you? Now, I'm going to share with you this packing hack that I figured out 16 years later with my little one. And so I created a packing list download for you so you can see all the things you might need to do or need to bring with you when you travel. And the thing that I want to share with you, and the reason why I'm super excited about this, is that I spent all these years and all this time writing the to-do list, writing out the packing list. And while for some people that might be cathartic, I also realized that I was like, I keep writing the same stuff every single time. So I created a Google Doc that has packing stuff for the entire family and all the things so that I don't have to think about these every single time I'm traveling. And so you're going to see some of the things for you to include, and you'll be able to modify and tweak that list as you need. But think about, especially the destination where you're going, those sleep arrangements, what that looks like, what you might need. So one of the things when you're thinking about that sleep space and where kids are sleeping at, having a consistent sleep on the go place can be helpful for your child. So for an infant or a toddler, that might look like their pack and play. Now, if you have a preschooler or elementary age child, you may have a travel cot or maybe an inflatable mattress. And so I think there's some really great products that could be easy and compact. That's the big thing that I'm looking for. How do we make it simple and compact? And these are also items that could be great to be able to travel with when they go to grandma and grandpa's house. And so that it's super easy. It's like a rinse and repeat anytime we're on the go. A few key ideas for children to bring with them are their lovey, their blanket, maybe a favorite book. And I really like the Hatch nightlight because it's a nightlight, sound machine, and clock all in one. So it makes it super simple to pack and go. And also having something to make the room nice and dark. And Sleep Out has a great darkening shade. One of my old hacks that I used to share with families, and you could use this too, is using a black garbage bag. Bring some tape. But that's not always the most ideal. And if that is your lifestyle where you do travel a lot, having a darkening shade ready to go, easy to put up, is super helpful. So I would encourage you to check out the Sleep Out shade. But one of the main things is, once you decide, where is my child going to sleep? When you get to your destination, have your child be a part of that setup. Allow them to really see the room from their vantage point. I oftentimes will share with families, like when we go to a hotel and we're getting checked in, we go and explore the room. We check out the bathroom, the closet, we check out the bed, we look around the whole room. Sometimes our children don't have that opportunity. And yes, you can walk around with your child and they can see that. But what's important is for them to kind of get acclimated and see the room from their vantage point. So by putting your child in the pack and play and allowing them some wakeful time in it can help them better get situated to their new sleep environment. The other thing that's helpful is if you have an older child, letting them help set up their sleep stuff as well. So that's just another easy way to transition into better sleep at night. And so now you have your sleep arrangement, you know where your child's sleeping. Bringing along your sleep routine is going to be the last piece. Children need that anchor routine. And when you have that flexible routine where you're like, yes, these are the steps we do to prepare our body to go to sleep. First we do this, then we do that, and then we read our special book. Then the sound machine is on, we have our sleep sack on, and now it's time to go to sleep. That flexible routine is going to serve you well. And that's where I see that children really show us how very capable they are and how flexible and adaptable they can be. And the other piece that I'll share with you that can also be helpful for families when you are traveling is to sometimes incorporate a little bit of a longer bedtime. And what I mean by that is by unplugging from everything that you're doing and having maybe an extra 5 to 15 minutes of special time to allow your child to kind of like decompress from everything. I know that even for me, when I was nursing my little ones, being able to kind of just like disconnect, reconnect with my child and just kind of have that like quiet alone time really just helped reset us. And so that could be something else that you do when you're traveling, and it can also help make traveling simple, because again, it can be super complicated and it could be really frustrating experience. So when we can be prepared, when we know little tricks and tips that can simplify it, it makes it that much more enjoyable. So I hope that helps you as you think about how you're recreating that sleep environment and figuring out the packing list. Be sure to download that and share this with a friend who may need some help as they are traveling with their little one as well. Thanks for tuning into today's show. You can see all of the details and show notes below. And as you go out into your day, I hope that you'll make it your mission to be calm, confident, and rested as you lead today. Sweet dreams.